The cameras flashed like fireworks, popping one after another in a chaotic rhythm. The night sky over Los Angeles glowed with neon signs, and the red carpet stretched long, like a river of fire leading into a hotel ballroom where Hollywood's brightest stars mingled. At the center of it all stood Alexa Moore, a 22-year-old actress who had just landed her very first leading role in a mid-budget drama film. She wore a diamond-studded gown that shimmered under the paparazzi lights. Her smile looked effortless, but inside her chest, her heart beat like a war drum. The reporters shouted her name. "Alexa! Over here! Look this way!" She turned her head, flipping her dark brown hair with precision, just like she had practiced in the mirror. To them, she was just another rising starlet. But Alexa had a secret. She knew deep down that her sudden fame had not come from her acting talent. Not really. It had come from scandal. 3 weeks earlier, her name had exploded on Twitter after she was spotted leaving a hotel at 2 a.m. with a chart-topping rapper. It wasn't true, of course. She wasn't dating him. They had met once at a party. But Alexa's PR manager had staged the sighting. A paid paparazzi photographer had been tipped off. The gossip blogs had done the rest. The headline the next morning read, "Who is Alexa Moore?" The actress heating up Hollywood's nightlife. Within hours, her follower count skyrocketed. Producers noticed her. Directors Googled her. Talk shows called her agent. And tonight, she was here, on the red carpet. Not because she had earned it through years of training or hard auditions, but because of a manufactured moment. As the crowd cheered, Alexa whispered under her breath, "Fake it till you make it, right?" But what she didn't know was this. The same scandals that lifted her up were waiting to pull her down. Inside the ballroom, Alexa sipped champagne while A-listers laughed in golden light. Every conversation sounded rehearsed, every smile sharp enough to cut glass. She tried to blend in, but her eyes darted nervously from table to table. Her PR manager, a slick man in his 40s named Daniel Cross, leaned close and whispered, "You did good tonight. But listen, Alexa, one red carpet isn't enough. Hollywood forgets fast. If you want to survive, you need to stay in the headlines. Every single week." She swallowed hard. "But what if I just focus on my acting? Let the work speak for itself." Daniel chuckled, shaking his head. "Sweetheart, talent doesn't trend. Drama does. Do you want to be remembered or forgotten?" His words cut through her like a blade. She wanted to be remembered. More than anything. Alexa nodded slowly. "What's next?" Daniel smirked. "We'll stage a feud. Someone young. Someone popular. You two accidentally bump into each other at a cafe, and bam. Twitter war. Trust me, it'll make you a household name." Her stomach twisted. She wasn't sure if she liked the idea. But then she looked around the ballroom, at all the stars shining brighter than her, and she thought, maybe this is the price of fame. And just like that, Alexa Moore stepped onto a path that would glitter with attention but end in shadows. Because once you buy fame with scandals, the bill always comes due. The cafe was ordinary, brick walls, soft jazz, a line of students typing on laptops. But the moment Alexa Moore walked through the door, it turned into a stage. Her eyes darted to the corner where a young actress sat sipping iced coffee. Sienna Blake. Blonde, bubbly, America's sweetheart, and only 19 years old. She had starred in a teen drama that broke streaming records. Sienna had millions of fans, millions of followers, and an army of loyal supporters who defended her every move online. And tonight, Alexa was about to become her enemy. "Remember the plan," Daniel whispered, adjusting his designer sunglasses as though they were both secret agents. "You bump into her, spill the drink, and let the cameras do the rest. Don't apologize. Look annoyed. Maybe roll your eyes." Alexa hesitated. "But she's never done anything to me." Daniel smirked. "That's the beauty of it. Manufactured chaos. The feud will trend. People will pick sides. And trust me, controversy sells faster than talent." Alexa's stomach twisted, but she nodded. So she stepped forward. The cafe door jingled behind her as she walked to the counter. She ordered a caramel latte and turned, her cup in hand. As planned, she accidentally brushed against Sienna, spilling the cold coffee across the table. Sienna gasped, jumping to her feet. Are you kidding me? Alexa gave a sharp smirk. Maybe watch where you sit next time. The cafe went silent. Someone's phone was already out. A camera flashed. Wow, Sienna said, eyes narrowing. Rude much? Alexa tilted her head, pretending to be bored. Some of us have better things to do than play high school drama. It was perfect. The tension, the expressions, the audience. Phones recorded everything. By the time Alexa left the cafe, the hashtag Alexa versus Sienna was already trending on Twitter. Millions watched the 15-second clip of the fight. Memes exploded. Talk shows debated who was right. And just like Daniel promised, Alexa's name was everywhere. For the next few weeks, chaos became her currency. One day, she was seen leaving a nightclub crying after an argument with a mystery man, another staged moment. Another day, she was accidentally caught on video making a snarky comment about an older actress. Headlines screamed, Alexa Moore, Hollywood's new rebel. She was the talk of the town. But behind the glitter, Alexa began to feel empty. Each morning she woke up with hundreds of new mentions on Twitter, but her phone was quiet in other ways. No genuine calls. No invitations to hang out with real friends. No auditions. Just Daniel constantly texting, we need a bigger stunt. Keep the noise alive. At night, Alexa lay in her luxury apartment, scrolling through comments. Some fans adored her. Others despised her. The hate stung, but the attention felt addictive. Maybe this is just how fame works, she thought. But cracks were forming. At a charity gala 2 months later, Alexa strutted into the ballroom in a glittering silver dress. She expected cameras, applause, admiration. Instead, whispers followed her like shadows. That's the girl who faked the feud, right? Someone murmured. She's just a scandal chaser, another said. She tried to smile, but her cheeks felt heavy. For the first time, Alexa noticed the coldness in the eyes of other actors. During dinner, Alexa leaned toward Daniel. Do they all hate me? Daniel gave a lazy shrug. Hate, love, doesn't matter. What matters is they're talking. But Alexa wasn't sure anymore. Every scandal felt like a costume she wore for the world, but when she took it off, she didn't recognize the girl in the mirror. Her phone buzzed. A message from Daniel lit up the screen. Call me. I've got an idea for your biggest scandal yet. Her hands trembled. Because deep down, she knew this wasn't going to end well. The gala was a blur of diamonds, laughter, and champagne. The chandeliers sparkled like frozen fire, and the air buzzed with gossip. Alexa had been here before, but tonight was different. Tonight, she wasn't just attending. She was about to perform. Daniel leaned in as they waited by the bar. Here's the play. Maya Torres. Alexa froze. Maya Torres? The singer? Daniel nodded. Pop's golden girl. Everyone loves her. That's exactly why we target her. You'll walk past her, spill your drink, and throw a line that makes the room gasp. Don't worry, I've already got photographers in place. Alexa's throat went dry. Maya wasn't just famous, she was adored. Picking a fight with her could destroy Alexa's reputation. But Daniel's voice was sharp. You want to disappear into the background, or do you want to trend worldwide? This will be your moment. Alexa hesitated, but then she thought of the silence that haunted her apartment when the headlines faded. She thought of the fear of being forgotten, and she nodded. So when Maya laughed by the champagne table, Alexa walked over, her heart pounding like a drum. She accidentally brushed against her, spilling golden liquid across Maya's dress. The crowd gasped. Cameras clicked. Oh my God, are you serious? Maya snapped. Alexa's lips curled into a smirk. Maybe next time, wear something less fragile. The room went silent. Gasps rippled through the crowd. Phones were already out, recording every second. It worked. By midnight, #Alexa versus Maya was trending. By morning, clips of the feud were everywhere. But unlike before, the reaction wasn't excitement. It was outrage. How dare she talk to Maya like that? Who even is Alexa Moore? She's desperate. This is pathetic. For the first time, the internet wasn't divided. They were united against her. And that's when Alexa realized something chilling. Daniel had promised her fame, but he hadn't promised her love. She was famous, yes, but famous for all the wrong reasons. And the higher she climbed on the shaky ladder of scandal, the more certain it became that she would fall. The backlash was brutal. Headlines screamed, "Alexa Moore, Hollywood's new villain?" Talk shows ridiculed her. Even comedians mocked her in their late-night monologues. Her phone buzzed constantly, but it wasn't producers calling. It was gossip bloggers desperate for more dirt. Daniel told her to stay quiet, but silence only fueled the fire. Hate hashtags trended daily. Former fans abandoned her. Her follower count dropped by the thousands. One morning, Alexa woke up to see her face splashed across a magazine cover with the caption, "From rising star to public enemy." Her chest tightened. She could barely breathe. She called Daniel, voice trembling. "This is out of control. We need to fix this." But Daniel's reply was cold. "Relax. Controversy fades. We'll cook up something new." Cook up. That's how he described it. As if her life was just an ingredient for his recipes of chaos. But Alexa wasn't food. She was human. And she was breaking. By now, Alexa's name had become poison. No studio wanted her. No brand would sponsor her. At parties, people whispered and laughed when she entered the room. Her biggest scandal came when Daniel staged a fake hospitalization after a supposed accident. Paparazzi swarmed the hospital, but fans quickly discovered it was a lie. The backlash was worse than ever. She sat alone in her penthouse one night, surrounded by silence, scrolling through hateful comments. "You're a fraud. You'll never work again. Just disappear already." Tears streamed down her face. Daniel barged in, tossing his phone on the table. "All right, I've got it. The stunt that will fix everything." Alexa shook her head. "No more stunts." Daniel smirked. "Don't be dramatic. You don't just quit now. You're famous. That means you fight for the spotlight." Her voice cracked. "Fight for what? To be a joke? To be hated? I've already lost everything." Daniel's smirk faded. He stepped closer, lowering his voice. "Listen to me. This is Hollywood. Nobody cares about the truth. They care about noise. And I can give you noise. You just need to trust me." But Alexa didn't trust him anymore. For the first time, she saw him clearly, not as her savior, but as the puppeteer who had pulled her strings. And she whispered almost to herself, "I don't want noise. I want a life." That night, Alexa sat alone with her laptop. She opened a blank document and stared at the blinking cursor. Her fingers hovered over the keys, trembling. Then slowly she began to type. She wrote everything. The staged hotel romance. The fake feud with Sienna. The scripted gala humiliation. The accident lie. The hospital stunt. Every scandal, every trick, every desperate grasp at attention. When she was done, she filmed a video. She sat in her living room, plain clothes, no makeup. Her voice shook as she looked into the camera. "I lied to you. I lied to everyone. I let myself believe that attention was the same as love. I let people control me. And I lost myself in the process. But I don't want to live like that anymore. If I ever earn your forgiveness, it won't be through scandals. It'll be through honesty." Her eyes watered, but the tears were real this time. She uploaded it to her own YouTube channel. The video exploded. Some fans applauded her bravery. Others mocked her, calling it another stunt. But Alexa didn't chase the comments. She let the video stand on its own. For the first time, she stopped trying to control the narrative. She let the truth breathe. And something unexpected happened. A small, steady group of fans began defending her. Not because she was perfect, but because she finally stopped pretending. The sun was setting over Los Angeles, casting the city in a golden glow. From her small balcony, Alexa Moore watched the light sink behind the Hollywood hills. It had been months since her confession video. The world had mostly moved on. Some mocked her still, but others forgave her. An email notification buzzed on her phone. "Loved your honesty. Would love for you to audition for my indie film. It's raw, small budget, but I think you'd be perfect." Alexa smiled faintly. It wasn't a blockbuster, but it was real. Later, she stood in front of her bathroom mirror. Not the glamorous starlet she used to force the world to see, but the woman she was becoming. Authenticity, she whispered. That's the only thing that lasts. She turned off the light and walked into the night, ready for whatever came next. Because the truth about Hollywood, the truth about fame, is that scandals may give you the spotlight, but the spotlight can burn. And Alexa Moore had learned, the hard way, that fame bought with lies is fame that will always collapse. Alexa's story reminds us of something powerful. Attention fades, but authenticity lasts. Scandals may get you clicks, but they can also destroy you. Be real. Be true to yourself. Because when the lights go out, the only person left is you. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to follow, subscribe, and share. More shocking tales are coming your way.